Welcome to a 2020 NCAA Tournament Forecast. I'm Andy Katz. I'm going to take you from the Sweet 16 to the National Championship game in Atlanta. Let's start with the ACC. I pulled out 4 out of this conference. They're going to be in the Sweet 16. Duke, Virginia, North Carolina, and Louisville. The Cardinals should be the preseason pick to win the ACC. Out of the Big Ten, I've got 3, and a surprising one among that 3, Illinois. Yes, the Illini under Brad Underwood are going to make the Sweet 16. Maryland, Michigan State, those should be some familiar names to everyone that's charting this season's Big Ten. In the Big East, I've got 2. Villanova, familiar name to those that have been charting this sport, and Seton Hall. They've got a great shot to go far into the NCAA tournament, maybe as far as they went in 1989. Hold on, we'll check that out. In the SEC, Florida and Kentucky. Out of the Pac-12, Oregon, yet again, making a Sweet 16 run. In the Big 12, 2 familiar names now, Kansas and Texas Tech. Texas Tech, remember, played for the national championship last season into overtime with Virginia. Out of the WCC, to close our Sweet 16, I've got 2 schools. The top 2 teams, yet again, St. Mary's and Gonzaga. All right, that's my Sweet 16. Now I'm going to take you to the Final 4. Out of the ACC, Louisville. Out of the SEC, Florida. Out of the Big 12, Kansas. And out of the Big 10, Michigan State. So who do I have in my title game? Well, I've got Kansas taking on Michigan State. The Jayhawks have one of the best front courts in the country, Udoka Azubuike and Sylvia D'Souza. Got a great perimeter player in Devon Dotson. Phil Self has been in this position many times. He could be going against Tom Izzo and Michigan State. Maybe Izzo's deepest team that he's had in years. Player of the Year, Cassius Winston, Xavier Tillman, Aaron Henry, Joshua Langford back from an injury. This is a Spartan team that has got an answer at every position. And this is very kind of similar to 99-2000. 99, they got to the Final Four. 2000, they won it. So what happens in 2020, 20 years later? Well, I think Michigan State's going to win the national championship. They got there in 2019. This year, they're going to get back to the Final Four and win the national championship. 20 years since Tom Izzo won his one and only national championship. Then it was Mateen Cleaves. Now it's Cassius Winston.